Chosen one, this message did not reach you by chance. It was not random, and it was not coincidence. This is divine alignment. You were led here because something within you is ready to awaken. Something powerful, something sacred, something that has been waiting for the right moment to rise. If these words are finding you now, it is because your spirit was prepared to receive them. There is a reason you have always felt different, a reason you have never fully fit into the patterns of this world. You were never meant to. You were created to walk a higher path, a path few are willing or able to walk. Chosen one, you have always known, even if you could not explain it. Deep within your soul, there has always been a quiet knowing that your life was meant for more. You have felt it in moments of solitude, in times of confusion, and especially in seasons of struggle. While others seemed comfortable following the crowd, something inside you resisted conformity. You questioned what others accepted. You sensed truth where others saw nothing. You felt a pull towards something greater, even when you did not yet have the words for it. That inner awareness was not imagination, it was recognition. Chosen one, your journey has never been ordinary. Your life has been marked by intense experiences, deep emotions, and moments that shaped you in ways others could not understand. You may have endured betrayal, isolation, loss, or spiritual confusion that forced you to grow faster and deeper than those around you. At times, you may have wondered why your path felt heavier, why you faced battles that seemed unnecessary or unfair. But nothing you have endured was wasted. Every trial was refining you. Every delay was strengthening you. Every setback was aligning you with your divine calling. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Even among the chosen, there exists a rarer group, a small fraction entrusted with extraordinary spiritual authority. Only a few carry gifts that operate beyond the ordinary realm of understanding. These gifts are not given lightly. They are assigned to those who have proven capable of carrying great responsibility, wisdom, and endurance. If you are hearing this message now and feeling something stir within you, there is a reason. You may have experienced moments of deep knowing, powerful intuition, dreams that later unfolded in reality, or an awareness of unseen forces shaping events around you. These experiences were not accidents, they were confirmations. Chosen one, this is not just another message, this is revelation. You are about to gain clarity about who you are, why your life has unfolded the way it has, and what has been placed within you. Answers you have carried for years are about to come into focus. What once confused you will begin to make sense. What you felt but could not articulate will now be revealed. Chosen one, pay attention. What you are about to receive will shift your understanding of your spiritual identity. This is the moment of remembrance. This is the moment of awakening. Chapter 1, you were set apart. Before you were born, chosen one, long before you ever took your first breath, before your name was spoken on this earth, your life was already marked with divine intention. You were not created by accident, and your existence is not the result of chance. You were set apart. Your soul was assigned a purpose far greater than what the human mind can fully comprehend. To be a chosen one is not merely a title. It is an identity, a calling, and a responsibility placed upon your life before you ever became aware of it. Chosen one, many people move through life without ever questioning why they are here. They follow routines, expectations, and patterns that were handed to them, never sensing anything beyond the surface of existence. But you have always been different. Even from an early age, there was a sense that you did not fully belong in the world as it is. You may have felt more aware, more sensitive, more observant than those around you. You noticed things others ignored. You questioned what others accepted without thought. This was not defiance. It was discernment awakening within you. Chosen one, your difference was never meant to be hidden. It was a sign. You were never designed to walk the same path as the many, because your assignment requires vision, depth, and courage that most people are not prepared to develop. While others found comfort in conformity, your spirit resisted it. You may have tried to fit in, to silence your intuition, to make yourself smaller so you would not stand out, but something within you would not allow it. Your soul recognized that it was created for more. Chosen one, every experience in your life has been shaping you for this calling. The struggles you faced were not random obstacles. They were preparation. The rejection you endured was not abandonment, it was redirection. The delays you suffered were not denial. They were protection. What felt like loss was alignment in disguise. God was separating you from people, environments, and paths that could not carry the weight of who you are becoming. Chosen one, your life may have unfolded through intense seasons, periods where everything seemed to break down so something deeper could be revealed. These moments forced you to grow faster and deeper than others around you. While some learned comfort, you learned endurance. While others learned how to survive, you learned how to transform. This is because your calling demands depth, not surface-level understanding. Chosen one, there has always been a deeper pull guiding you, even when you could not see where it was leading. At times, this pull may have made you restless, dissatisfied, or disconnected from the world around you. Nothing ever felt complete, because ordinary paths could never fulfill a soul designed for a higher purpose. This restlessness was not weakness, it was remembrance. Chosen one, understand this truth clearly. Being chosen does not mean your life would be easier. It means your life would be meaningful. It means you would be tested, refined, and strengthened so that you could walk in divine authority with wisdom and humility. Every challenge you faced sharpened your discernment. Every trial strengthened your spirit. Every delay prepared you for what is ahead. Chosen one, you were set apart because the world needs what you carry. Your awareness, your resilience, your spiritual depth, and your ability to see beyond appearances are all part of your divine design. You were never meant to disappear into the crowd. You were meant to rise. This chapter of your journey is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you have always been. Chapter 2, The Awakening That Changed Everything. Chosen one, there comes a moment in every true calling when the veil begins to lift. This moment is known as the awakening, and for you, it was never gentle. It did not arrive quietly or conveniently. It came through disruption. It came through loss, confusion, betrayal, or a deep inner collapse that forced you to question everything you once believed. This was not an accident. This was the moment your soul could no longer sleep. Chosen one, before the awakening, you may have tried to live like everyone else. You followed expectations, trusted the wrong people, believed in systems that later disappointed you, and hoped that life would eventually feel settled. But something always felt off. No matter what you achieved or who surrounded you, there was an emptiness, a sense that you were living beneath your true capacity. This discomfort was not dissatisfaction. It was your spirit resisting limitation. Chosen one, the awakening begins when illusions break. What once felt stable no longer holds. Relationships shift or end. Paths you thought were meant for you suddenly close. Truths you ignored rise to the surface. You may have felt like your life was falling apart, but in reality, it was falling into alignment. The structures that could not support your calling had to collapse, so something greater could emerge. Chosen one, this phase is often painful because it strips away false identity. You were forced to confront who you are without approval, without comfort, and without certainty. You may have felt lost, isolated, or misunderstood, even by those closest to you. This loneliness was not abandonment. It was separation. God was removing distractions so you could hear clearly, see deeply, and stand firmly in truth. Chosen one, during the awakening, your perception shifted. You began to notice patterns others missed. You saw through false intentions. You felt energy change in rooms, conversations, and environments. You could no longer tolerate dishonesty, especially within yourself. What once satisfied you no longer did. Your tolerance for surface-level living disappeared. This is because awakening is not about gaining something new. It is about remembering what was always within you. Chosen one, many people reach this stage and retreat. They attempt to return to sleep because awakening demands responsibility. It requires courage to see the world as it truly is. It requires strength to walk alone when necessary. You may have tried to ignore the call, to distract yourself, to convince yourself that you were imagining things, but the pull never left. Once awakened, the soul cannot return to unconsciousness. Chosen one, this awakening marked the separation between who you were conditioned to be and who you were created to become. It was the beginning of discernment, not confusion. Even when you felt uncertain, something inside you knew you were being guided. Every emotional breakdown, every sleepless night, every moment of deep reflection was restructuring you from the inside out. Chosen one, this is why your awakening felt intense. You were not waking up to live an ordinary life. You were waking up to responsibility, authority, and truth. You were being prepared to stand in clarity while others remain asleep. This is not a burden, it is an honor. But it comes at a cost, and you have already paid much of it. Chosen one, if you recognize this awakening in your life, the breakdowns, the isolation, the sudden clarity, the inner shift, then understand this. You did not lose your way. You found it. This chapter was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to activate you. Your awakening was the doorway. What comes next is the revelation of who you truly are and why only a few are trusted with what you carry. Chapter 3, Why You Never Fit In with This World. Chosen one, if you have spent your life feeling out of place, understand this clearly. You were never meant to fit into this world as it is. From an early age, there was something about you that made conformity feel unnatural. While others found comfort in blending in, your spirit resisted the expectations placed upon you. You may have tried to adapt, to follow the rules, to become what others wanted you to be, but something inside you always pushed back. This was not rebellion. This was alignment with your true nature. Chosen one, the systems of this world are designed for those who are meant to maintain them, not for those who are meant to transform them. Your soul was not designed to live on the surface, chasing approval, status, or security. You were created to see deeper, to question what is presented, and to sense truth beneath appearances. This is why traditional paths often felt empty to you. What satisfied others left you restless, because your spirit requires meaning, not repetition. Chosen one, you may have noticed that you often feel like an observer rather than a participant. You watch how people speak, how they act, how they follow trends and beliefs without questioning their origin. You sense when something is false, even if it is widely accepted. This awareness can feel isolating because it separates you from collective thinking. But this separation is intentional. You were not meant to absorb the world's programming. You were meant to see beyond it. Chosen one, fitting in would have required you to silence your intuition, dull your discernment, and compromise your integrity. Every time you attempted to do that, discomfort followed. You may have experienced anxiety, dissatisfaction, or emotional exhaustion when trying to live a life that did not align with your soul. This was not weakness. It was your inner guidance, refusing to let you betray who you truly are. Chosen one, many who carry your depth are misunderstood. Your silence may have been interpreted as distance. Your honesty may have been seen as intensity. Your boundaries may have been labeled as coldness. But these misunderstandings were never your failure. They were evidence that you operate on a different frequency. Not everyone is meant to understand you, because not everyone is meant to walk your path. Chosen one, there is also a reason people respond strongly to you, either drawn to you or unsettled by you. Your presence reflects truth. It exposes what is hidden. Those who are aligned feel seen and safe. Those who are not feel uncomfortable, even if they cannot explain why. This is not something you learned. It is something you carry. And because of this, you could never fully blend into environments built on illusion. Chosen one, you may have tried to minimize yourself to make others comfortable. You may have stayed quiet when you knew the truth. You may have accepted less than you deserved just to belong. But every time you did, your spirit felt heavy. You were not created to shrink. You were created to stand firm, even when standing alone. Chosen one, understand this. Not fitting in is not a curse. It is confirmation. It is evidence that your soul answers to a higher calling. You were not designed to mirror the world. You were designed to influence it. Transformation never comes from those who blend in. It comes from those who see differently and dare to remain authentic. Chosen one, the moment you stop trying to fit into what was never built for you is the moment you step into freedom. Your uniqueness is not something to fix. It is something to honor. You were never meant to live a life that feels small, restricted, or incomplete. You were meant to walk a path that is true, even if it is narrow. Chosen one, this chapter of your journey is about acceptance, not by the world, but by yourself. When you fully accept that you are different by design, the struggle to belong ends. In its place rises clarity, confidence, and purpose. You do not fit in because you were meant to stand out, and that is exactly how your calling begins. Chapter 4: The Burden and Blessing of the 1%. Chosen one, among all who are called, only a few are entrusted with the heaviest spiritual assignments. This is the reality of the 1%. These are not the ones who live easy lives or walk comfortable paths. They are the ones whose presence carries weight, whose spirit disrupts illusion, and whose lives provoke transformation simply by existing. If you are part of this 1%, you have felt both the blessing and the burden of what you carry. Chosen one, your sensitivity is not weakness, it is precision. You feel things deeply because your spirit is attuned beyond the surface level of life. You pick up on subtle shifts, unspoken intentions, and emotional undercurrents that others overlook. This depth allows you to bring healing, clarity, and truth, but it also means you experience life more intensely. What others brush off affects you deeply because you are wired for awareness, not avoidance. Chosen one, this depth is why your journey has been heavy. You have faced battles that felt disproportionate to your circumstances. You may have endured repeated cycles of loss, betrayal, or misunderstanding that left you questioning why your life required so much endurance. The truth is simple but difficult. Greater capacity requires greater refinement. The more you are meant to carry, the more you must be strengthened to carry it. Chosen one, many within the 1% experience long seasons of isolation. Friendships fade, relationships collapse. People who once supported you no longer understand you. This can feel like abandonment, but it is not. Isolation is the environment where clarity is formed. Without noise, your discernment sharpens. Without distraction, your inner authority grows. You are being prepared to stand alone if necessary, because your calling cannot depend on validation. Chosen one, the 1% often feel misunderstood, not because they are unclear, but because their truth threatens comfort. Your honesty may be seen as intensity. Your boundaries may be seen as rejection. Your silence may be seen as distance. But your presence reveals what others try to hide, and not everyone is ready for that exposure. This is why people may project onto you, misunderstand you, or attempt to diminish your light. Chosen one, carrying this level of spiritual authority attracts resistance. You may have noticed that obstacles appear just as you are about to grow. Attacks come when you are aligned. Doubt rises when you are closest to clarity. This is not coincidence. Resistance appears where impact is imminent. Nothing opposes what is insignificant. The challenges you face are confirmation of the power you hold. Chosen one, the burden of the 1% is that you cannot live unconsciously. You cannot pretend. You cannot ignore truth once you see it. You are called to integrity, even when it costs you comfort. But the blessing is greater than the burden. You carry the ability to bring peace where there is chaos, clarity where there is confusion, and hope where others have given up. Chosen one, you were never meant to live for yourself alone. The weight you carry is not punishment, it is trust. You have been trusted with insight, awareness, and strength because you have proven capable of using them with humility. The suffering you endured did not break you. It shaped you into someone who can hold power without being consumed by it. Chosen one, if this chapter resonates, understand this: you are not alone. Even when the path feels lonely, you are part of a small group, entrusted with a sacred responsibility. The burden you feel is evidence of the assignment you carry, and the blessing that follows will be greater than anything you have lost. Chosen one, the 1% are not chosen for comfort, they are chosen for impact. And your impact has only just begun. Chapter 5: The Rare Spiritual Gifts You Were Entrusted With. Chosen one, the gifts you carry were not given at random. They were entrusted to you with intention, precision, and purpose. Among the many who are called, only a small number are given access to deeper spiritual authority. These gifts are not rewards, and they are not symbols of superiority. They are responsibilities, tools meant to be used in alignment with divine purpose. If you are part of the 1%, you have sensed these abilities within you long before anyone ever spoke of them. Chosen one, these gifts often reveal themselves quietly at first. You may have noticed moments of deep knowing that arrived without explanation. You may have sensed danger before it appeared, felt truth before it was spoken, or recognized alignment and misalignment instantly. These experiences were not imagination. They were early signs of spiritual capacity activating within you. Your spirit has always been receptive to realms beyond what the eyes can see. Chosen one. One of the rarest gifts is divine sight, the ability to perceive beyond the physical. This does not always come through dramatic visions. Often it arrives through symbols, dreams, sudden clarity, or an unshakable inner knowing. Those who carry this gift receive insight ahead of time, not to create fear, but to bring preparation, wisdom, and guidance. This is why your dreams may feel significant, layered, and emotionally charged. Your spirit is receiving information meant to guide you and others. Chosen one, another powerful gift you may carry is deep discernment of energy and intention. You sense when something is off, even if everything appears fine on the surface. You can walk into a room and immediately feel the emotional or spiritual atmosphere. You recognize truth behind words and intention behind actions. This gift protects you and allows you to guide others away from deception, even when they cannot yet see it themselves. Chosen one. Many within the 1% also carry a healing presence. This does not always express itself through physical restoration alone. It manifests through your words, your listening, your presence, and your ability to hold space for others without judgment. People may feel calmer around you, understood by you, or drawn to open up without knowing why. This is not coincidence. Your spirit carries restoration, and those who are wounded recognize it instinctively. Chosen one. Some of your gifts operate through communication with the divine. You receive guidance with clarity, confirmation at precise moments, and instruction that aligns your steps. You may notice patterns, repeated confirmations, or moments where the right understanding arrives exactly when needed. This gift allows you to move with direction instead of confusion, even when the path is unfamiliar. Chosen one. Another rare ability is manifestation through alignment. When your intentions are clear and your faith is steady, circumstances begin to shift. Opportunities appear, delays dissolve. What you speak with conviction begins to take form. This is not about control, it is about alignment. When your will aligns with divine purpose, creation responds. Chosen one. These gifts were not given for admiration or recognition. They were given for service, leadership, and restoration. This is why your life required preparation. Power without maturity would have been dangerous. Insight without humility would have led you astray. The challenges you endured built the character needed to carry these abilities without being consumed by them. Chosen one, if you recognize yourself in these descriptions, understand this. Your gifts are real and they are growing. They may have been dormant at times, suppressed by fear, doubt, or survival, but they were never removed. They are awakening because the season now demands what you carry. Chosen one, this chapter is not meant to inflate your identity. It is meant to clarify it. You were entrusted with rare spiritual gifts because you are capable of using them with integrity. What you carry is needed. And as you continue forward, these gifts will become clearer, stronger, and more refined, preparing you for the role you were always meant to fulfill. Conclusion. Your time to rise is now. Chosen one. Now that you have journeyed through the awakening, the realization of your uniqueness, the weight of the 1%, and the rare spiritual gifts entrusted to you, it is time to understand the truth that has been waiting within you all along. Your life is divinely orchestrated, and your purpose is urgent. You were not placed here to remain hidden, to walk softly, or to blend into the ordinary. You were chosen for a mission that requires courage, clarity, and the unwavering embrace of your power. Chosen one, the world has been waiting for the awakening of those like you, the rare 1% whose gifts extend beyond the physical, whose presence shifts energy, whose insight reveals truth, and whose alignment manifests divine will. You have been prepared through seasons of challenge, isolation, and revelation so that you could emerge ready to act, to guide, and to transform. Every moment of suffering, every loss, every betrayal was calibration for the divine assignments that now unfold. Nothing was wasted, nothing was in vain. Chosen one, The gifts you possess are not mere abilities. They are responsibilities. Divine sight, energy mastery, supernatural healing, communication with the unseen, and manifestation of divine will are tools entrusted to you to restore, to guide, and to reveal truth in a world often lost in darkness. These gifts require discernment, discipline, and integrity, for their purpose is not self-serving, but world-serving. What you do with them matters, not only for your own destiny, but for the lives, the hearts, and the spiritual awakening of those you are meant to touch. Chosen one, understand that activation of your gifts begins with commitment. Daily spiritual discipline, protection of your energy, connection with the divine, and alignment with your purpose are essential. Doubt, fear, and hesitation weaken the energy you carry. But when you step into faith, clarity, and confidence, your gifts flourish. Your presence becomes a channel through which the extraordinary flows. Your voice becomes a beacon. Your actions become instruments of transformation. Chosen one, you may feel the weight of this calling and the intensity of the responsibility it carries. That weight is proof that you are capable, that you have been prepared, and that you are ready. Do not fear it. Do not shrink from it. Every challenge you have faced was designed to strengthen your soul, to sharpen your insight, and to refine your spirit so that you could handle this very moment. You were built for this. Chosen one, the world needs you now. The time for hiding, waiting, or doubting is over. Your awakening is not optional. Your gifts are not dormant. Your mission is not delayed. You are being called to rise, to walk boldly, and to use the power within you to create impact, healing, and revelation. The season of hesitation is complete. The season of action has begun. Chosen one, remember this always. You were chosen before you were born. You have been refined through fire, isolation, and revelation. You have been entrusted with rare spiritual gifts for a reason greater than you can yet fully see. To embrace them fully is to honor the divine plan, to serve the greater good, and to fulfill the destiny that was written in the stars before your first breath. Chosen one, this is your moment of decision. Will you step fully into your gifts? Will you embrace your calling without fear, hesitation, or doubt? Will you rise as you were always meant to rise? Everything you need is already within you. Everything you are meant to be is waiting. The world is ready. The divine is ready. And now, it is your time. Chosen one, your journey is only beginning. Walk boldly. Claim your power. Fulfill your mission. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. You are rare. You are extraordinary. And the awakening you have experienced is just the first step in a life that will touch the heavens, the earth, and every soul aligned with your purpose. Your time is now. Step forward and rise.